14 weeks, a couple of snowstorms, a few other challenges along the way have all led to this. The start of the Arena Lacrosse League playoffs. The quest for the All-Cup begins here and now. Hello, lacrosse fans. Welcome to the friendly confines of the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Lance Wynn working alongside Blair Campbell. Great to have you with us as we jumpstart the 2023 postseason with the Peterborough Timbermen taking on the top seed Toronto Monarchs. And we're just going to wait both teams on the floor. But before I do, let me bring you in, Blair, just to discuss Toronto. 89% on the power play. They've got the best offense in the league. How do you slow them down?
I don't know. You know what? The biggest thing you got to do is you got to limit them on their power plays. You've got to stay out of the penalty box, and that's exactly what their Peterborough's coach told them.
When we talk about Peterborough, 8 seed, 1-1 game, they've got nothing to lose. Sometimes that's beneficial for your squad.
It's beneficial for your squad, and it's a hindrance to the squad you're playing against. But you're 100% right. They have absolutely nothing to lose, and it's one of the first times they've had a full squad out here, too. So, you know what? Biggest thing for them, their defense has to stay hot, and their goaltender has to be on his head.
So got to get some goaltending for sure. And speaking of the goaltending, starting goalies for tonight's game for the Timbermen. It'll be Ethan Woods. Comes in with a record of 1-2. His goals against 16.58, save percentage of .726. At the other end, it'll be Bailey Brown, 5-2 record, 13.65 goals against, and his save percentage is .729. Head coaches for Peterborough in his 6th season is Joe Sullivan, his assistant, Ray Dance, and Derek Crow. And for Toronto in his first season in charge, it's Bobby DeBrone. He's assisted by Sean Gillies, Nick Krepensek, and Justin Kirby-Wilson. Officials for today's game, Kyle Coulter is the crew chief. He's joined by Mac Daddy Abbott and Kevin Big Up Biggs. So as we get set to roll here, as we start our quarterfinal action, Blair, with 1 today, 3 tomorrow at Brampton Memorial Arena. But right now, you've got this top seed in the Toronto Monarchs. The pressure's all on them. No pressure on Peterborough.
Well, Peterborough has absolutely zero pressure. None whatsoever. Especially with Toronto missing their number 1 scorer. Having said that, they're pretty strong 1 through about 9.
Well, let's talk about Parker Pfeiffer, of course, missing due to his obligations with the National Lacrosse League. So right off the bat, first possession, Riley Curtis and the Peterborough Timbermen going to work on offense. And sometimes, Blair, it makes no difference about the regular season. This is the 2nd season.
What happened in the first 14 games can be thrown out the window.
Toronto does a good job to hold steady on defense. Thompson will pull it back out, and he'll give way to Patrick Corbett. Corbett now will start it on the right side. Wait for the rest of this high-powered offense. Davis swinging around. It's Jordan Dancer, go for the dive right off the bat, but a big save to start things off by Ethan Woods. And that possession will belong to Parker Sands and the Timbermen. Cole Hanrahan has some room. Hanrahan goes to the shot. Good save there by Bailey Brown. Made that one look easy. His outlet will go to Gay. Gay will flip, give way to Gutch Salinas. And Salinas now will tiptoe over, send it over to Joel Taylor. Joe Taylor has been a mainstay on this Toronto team, just 5 games, and he gets wrapped up and taken down by Owen Dale. So first penalty of the game is going to go to the Timbermen. And Blair, we spoke about this lethal power play that belongs to the Monarchs, and they're awfully good on both the left and right side.
Well, it's interesting because now they've got Jordan Dance at the top instead of as a shooter, and they've got no Pfeiffer, they've got Taylor there, so it's going to be interesting to see how things go from here.
Be interesting to see the dynamic. Usually Joel Taylor's at the top. Dancers are usually in that left shooter spot. This one away, good tip ahead, and it's Sands. outnumbered. He'll flip, gives way to Curtis. Curtis with a quick shot wide of the mark. That ball is going to go over the timeline, but it was tipped. So it's going to be possession. Peterborough can play it, and they do. And they'll move it up with 10 seconds, no reset. And they're just going to hold and put some air on that, send it down the length of the carpet.
Smart play. Takes time off the penalty and just dump it down the floor and make Toronto go back and get it.
Just over a minute left in the man advantage. First power play opportunity, 89% efficiency are these Monarchs. The penalty kill just 48% for the Timbermen. And Dance working that side. That one rung off the post by Tanner Buck. Good save by Woods on the rebound. Didn't know he had it. So Tanner Buck draws iron, not mesh, and we're still scoreless here.
And just like you said, all those stats you just went through, you can take them and throw them out the window when it's a brand new season.
Well, Riley Curtis, extremely dangerous. 30 seconds left in the man short. Get him coupled with the Cole Hanrahan, and Peterborough team, you never know, can go on a bit of a run. The issue would be you're not going to be able to go on a run against this Toronto team if you spend any time in the penalty box.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that Peterborough has to look at. They cannot let Toronto get on a run, period.
Play 5-on-5. Dance with a shot. Woods rebound picked up in Park. So good hands. Henry follows, sitting on that left crease. Money in the bank there as he picks up his first of the postseason.
Well, you know how they say you'd always rather be lucky than be good. This is one of those situations where he's in the right place at the right time. The ball just happens to come off the right way, and guess who's standing there with nobody near him? There's not much defense you can put on that.
Right place, right time. If Henry follows, and a 1-0 lead for the Monarchs. They now will gain possession here off the draw, and their offense will go back to work again. Follows, little shake and bake on the left side, looking for a screen, kicks it back out. Davis will work it, and it's Buck. Buck with some room, goes to the sidearm, rebound picked up. Timbermen have it now. They'll try to move it up over the timeline. It's White. Deegan White will peel out. Dale looking down low, was looking for Hanrahan, ill-advised pass. As Salinas now pick up the loose ball, dodge Hanrahan, and get it over the timeline to Thompson. Just underway here, just over 11 minutes to go. We are in quarterfinal number 1, Saturday nighter here at the track. Dance swings it around. Taylor on the curl. Thought about it, took the double team and took a couple hard hits. Got it back out now, and it's Corbett. Wide open, sent it over for the quick stick, but not able to capitalize was Dance. And Peterborough now will try to move it over the timeline. They do to Curtis. Curtis gets a screen. They don't have the numbers. He'll wait now. Send it down behind the net. Timberman taking a while to get out there. 10 on the shot clock. Curtis working one-on-one. Tries to duck in, flip back. That goes awry. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson gives way to Dan Williams. Williams send it behind the net. Davis has it knocked out of his stick by Arsenault. Arsenault does a good job to force the turnover, and he's going to move it up in transition. Arsenault ducks by 2 defenders, looking for some help. Has Hanrahan. Had him on the doorstep, wasn't able to catch that one cleanly. And Bailey Brown now will outlet, and hustling to get it over that timeline are the Monarchs. Good job by Martino. Williams looking for an opening. They'll swing it around. The Dance. Dance, kick it back. Taylor, him and Dance work the 2-man game, looking to bust through one on the screen. 5 on the shot clock. Got to hurry. Looking for Taylor on the doorstep. Williams goes to the bounce, and it squeaks in. So Dan Williams, you talk about another guy, right place, right time. Back in his team, picks up his first of the postseason, and it's 2-0 Toronto.
And Williams just completely used the screen here. He picks up the loose ball, and he's got a Peterborough guy between him and himself and a goaltender, If you look right here, bang, he's got two guys there. There's not a chance that goaltender saw that ball.
Woods screened by two of his own defenders as off the drop. Ben Heidecker had it, lost it, and it's Corbett now. So he'll settle things down here as we are edging towards the 9-minute mark. Full slate of games tomorrow at Brampton Memorial Arena. Quarterfinals continue as someone's going to earn themselves an invite to the Final Four weekend here tonight. Justin Bragg does his job, sends it to Hanrahan. Hanrahan will survey, get it over to McNutt. Colton McNutt. Kick it back out. Curtis filters out late, swinging around on the right side. Hanrahan half boards, trying to duck by a defender, bounces off. Gay on him, lets it go. That BB's just stopped by Brown as Bailey Brown wasn't sure where that went. And now the Monarchs lug it over the timeline with Martino, get it to Williams. They'll set things up with 8:20 to go here, opening quarter. And then Dancer tucks it in, because that's what he does. How many times have we seen that, Blair? Boy, he's some kind of agile, tricky, and outstanding hand.
He never quits. He's one of these guys that he'll find ways to get to where he's got to go. And this is one of those situations where he does just that. Comes from behind the net and dips it in from back there.
Well, he sees Ethan Woods is fully turned, and that opened up the 5-hole. So when he reached around, he actually tucked that in 5-hole. It looks like that's going to be it for Ethan Woods for now. And Ryan Masters is going to come in and take over between the pipes. Masters 0-4. His goals against 15.20. Save percentage of .752. So it may be one of those things, Blair, where you goaltend by committee.
This is one of those, if you're Peterborough, you don't care. You don't play around with it. You just, you know what? You go with what you got, and if you got to make a change, you make a change. If you put them back, you put them back.
Curtis will jumpstart the offense here on the left side. Looking for an opening and a screen. Kick back out, quick pass, swinger, quick shot, McAlpine. That one steered aside by Brown. Fresh clock though, good offensive rebound. Hanrahan. Ducking by a defender. Skip pass. Right in the middle, McAlpine couldn't complete the quick stick. And back come the Monarchs now. And it's Brett Stoller. He'll flip. Corbett to work. Bounces off one check. Corbett working it off the post. Rebounds Owen Dale. Got a chance now to capitalize. Jumping in a rush. Good transition defense by the Monarchs, though, as they close off that fast break opportunity. Now working it to Curtis. So as we said, Ethan Woods back in the net. That was brief. Curtis looking for a screen, 5 in the shot clock. Hanrahan gonna have to hurry, and he dumps it, and it actually goes off of Aaron Bradshaw. And with 6:45 to go, that's gonna take us to our first officials timeout, and we're just gonna set the schedule for you tomorrow as the quarterfinals continue. Of course, tonight's game tomorrow will be 1 p.m. start of the Six Nations Snipers, Oshawa Outlaws at Brampton Memorial Arena at 4:30. Paris River Wolves, Steelhawks, they will do battle, and then the 8 p.m. game as the Oswegan Bears up against the Brampton Express. Of course, that will lead to our Final Four weekend, and we'll of course get you filled in on that. But when you look at this game here, I think, Blair, when we talk about this pro team, for them to keep it close.
Yeah, and I was going to make a comment. They were within with 2 goals at the 10-minute mark. So, I mean, they're doing what they can, but they're just not getting penetration to get to the net. So they've got to get something going on their offense. They've got to get one quick, get themselves back into the game and get a feel for the offense.
Well, you figure the game plan coming in might be to try and slow this game rate down and turn it into a half-court affair, but when you look at this Monarchs team, they thrive in the half-court. Dancer diving and tucking in another one. Man, oh man, he makes that an art. Nance has gotten to the point now where he can read the goaltender and he knows where he's going to put that.
He's coming from his wrong side, goes to go back to his own side and steps back. Oh, that was close. I swear his left toe was on that white line.
That was just a great reverse pivot. That's all that was, okay? I didn't see any white on anyone's toes there, but that's just a great play. 4-0 the lead for the Monarchs. See a lot of head shaking going on here. Ball loose. And that's what we talked about keeping it close. Going to be important for the Timbermen. As that one goes awry, Stephen Borden out there. It's picked up. Here come the Timbermen now. They'll move it up. Arsenault ducks by one. Arsenault can't get a shot off. He'll curl around. And Thompson with a high stick. So Peterborough will get a chance. Their first power play opportunity this game is McNutt let it go, and that will be the case, a high sticking call.
No, they're calling it a legal cross-check so they don't have to give out the 5 minute.
I stand corrected. The legal cross-check is the call. Timbermen come in with a power play rating of just 30%. Monarchs penalty kill, 46%. You take a look at what this Peterborough power play looks like. So you've got Hanrahan at the top, McNutt and Curtis on the left side, McAlpine on the right. Fill in that last one on the swing. Backhand swing around, no look. Duck in, tried to find that far corner. 15 on the shot clock. Curtis lets it go, saved by Bailey Brown. Rebound, Curtis picks it up, fresh 30. Peterborough will send it back around to the right side. Hanrahan at the top. Size it up, McAlpine. Dump it back down on the crease, skip pass. Back door, Curtis, that's closed off. Good job to cover that short side by double B's Bailey Brown. And Aaron Walker now over the timeline for the Monarchs. We are at the 5 minute mark here, opening quarter. Minute 10 left in the penalty. Bach, 15 on the shot clock. Dumps it down, and that pass looking for follows actually went off of Woods. And now the Timbermen are going to work it up over the timeline. Blair, you got to figure important for Peterborough to try and take advantage of any opportunity that they may get.
100%. That's what I said before. They've got to get themselves into this game, no matter what it is, whether it's a goal, it's got to be something. And they're moving the ball well in the power play. They're just not getting that finishing touch.
And Romer close that off. Got to hurry. 2 on the shot clock. Quick shot wide of the mark. That'll be a shot clock violation. Possession the other way to the Monarchs. 30 seconds to burn here in the Toronto penalty. Welcome our viewers watching quarterfinal action here of the 2023 Arena Lacrosse League postseason. Shout out to Jim and Marty Hanrahan, of course. I know they are glued to the computer. 10 on the shot clock. Dying seconds of the penalty. Taylor, and under no circumstance, Doherty, is that a legitimate cross-check, as he'll go for a slash on the one-handed wraparound. And one good power play deserves another, as the Monarchs will go back to work with their second power play of this game. I'm not sure who's complaining about that call, Blair, because quite frankly, when you wind up like that, that's a slash. Doesn't matter if it comes from the top or the bottom.
I did not see on the bench who it was.
You what?
I didn't see on the bench who it was.
Corbett out there, Dancer at the top, has that one knocked down. Buck on that left shooter, follows on the left crease, skip over Williams. 10 on the shot clock. Buck goes to the top corner. Boy, that was a snipe right there, Tanner Buck.
The last thing that the Monarchs need is another opportunity, and they gave him Mood on the power play. Great situation here. Move the ball. Get the ball back across. Buck just steps in. He's got that whole spot and picks the short side top corner.
Have a whole lot of room, and he sure found enough. As Stoller picks it up, and you can see the Monarchs quietly just taking the momentum and sucking it right away from these Timbermen. And I think as a top seed, that's what you have to do, Blair. When you come into a game like this, you have to go hard from the start. Follows with a quick shot, stopped by Woods, loose, picked up.
It's just like the coaching staff said. You gotta sit down.
Doherty, sorry, goes to the bounce, shot on the run. So the Timbermen on the board. Ben Doherty fresh out of the penalty box.
Fast break, well worked, great pass. Right here, ball is saved by the goaltender. He sees Doherty and bang, it's gone. But what a nice shot right over. There's a delayed penalty coming up there as well to the Monarchs for too many men on the floor. But that was just a great shot.
Good job to get on the board by the Timbermen, and the Monarchs now with possession. 2:45 to go opening quarter. 4-goal lead for Toronto, the top seed coming into these playoffs. They finished first in the regular season. Buck, flip, dancer, and a good stop as he ran out of real estate there by Woods. Stood his ground and didn't move, and now it's Sands. Riley Curtis will pick up the helper on that goal, as will Ethan Woods. McAlpine in some trouble there, has it stripped, and the Monarchs now will move it up in the offensive end. Thompson, he'll hold up, wait a minute, wait for the rest of the offense. He'll give way to Joel Taylor. We're under 2 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Taylor, little dip, bounces back out, swims his way in closer, lets it go, just wide. Davis had it, Follows had it. Instead it's loose, and it's picked up by Woods. Woods with a good outlet pass, and he sends away Lyons. Brad Lyons will get it to Curtis down low. Hanrahan! Hanrahan inside out! How about Andy Hanrahan? First of the postseason, and it's a 5-2 game.
Well, this is one of those situations I can guarantee you that the defensive coach for the Monarchs is going to look and go, how did he get that wide open? Because there's not a chance he should be. And great job for Peterborough to pick him up. Nice inside out, went far side. Nice move.
Far side, he went 5-hole. That was a crazy move. That kid got hands. That's why they call him Andy. I'd like to send a shout out to Andrew Carrick, watching in from Sault Ste. Marie. Hey, Andrew. Hope you're doing all right. We got Daddy here working. Well, at least he looks like he's working anyway. We're not quite sure, but wants to send his regards, and we want to send ours as well. Peterborough trying to ride some momentum. 5 on the shot clock. Skip. McAlpine tried to play the carom. Bailey Brown grabbed it. We're into the final minute, first quarter. Aaron Walker. He'll tiptoe over the timeline. He'll find the bench. Job well done. Gives way to Buck. Jordan Dance, instrumental so far. Turns the corner, quick shot off the post. No one has a quicker release than Jordan Dance. Williams tracks down the loose ball, fresh 30. There's a 10-second differential shot in game clock. Corbett will swing it around Williams. Williams in the middle, Buck, right in the breadbasket, saved by Woods. Woods, good outlet pass. And it's Lyons. Lyons thought about it, had a notion. Kick it back out to Curtis. Curtis now 15 on the game clock. Dumping it down behind the net. Smith trying to turn the corner. Quick shot saved by Bailey Brown. 7 on the game clock. Brown just going to air this one out, and he does. And that's going to do it for the opening 15 minutes here. Quarterfinal number 1. We'll take a short break. Back with the second after this. back as we get ready for second quarter action. These two teams, of course, met twice during the regular season. We have Toronto winning both games. First one was 15-6 to final, and then 17-13. So Toronto has dominated the season series, but 5-2. Blair, you gotta like.
That's all I was going to say
right
was
now.
kudos to Peterborough for keeping it within 3 goals. The biggest thing right now Peterborough's got to do is they got to find some way to start winning some faceoffs, controlling the ball off the faceoffs.
And cutting was Buck. A late stick check follows, gobbles up that loose ball, and he'll give his team a fresh clock to work with. Taylor was swinging around. Corbett now. Corbett bounces off one, kicks it back out, follows, has Dancer, and Jordan Dance had to tiptoe around that crease. Peterborough picks that up, but in some trouble behind there, some real trouble, and coughing that up was Keegan White. And Jordan Dance now will set up the offense here, send it around to Davis. Tyler Davis chipped in 20 points during the season, and how about that blink of an eye and right on cue as he steps front and center, and the Monarchs increase their lead to 6-2.
Well, one of the things, Lance, we've talked about is getting the ball low. Toronto Monarchs are one of the best teams for doing this, and they're one of the best teams for using the ball behind their net. Whether they play the swing out play, the little dunk, but they see guys coming from both sides. They don't just have one option. And that's exactly what happened there. They did a great job. Buy behind the net, pass out.
They do a good job of that, and of course Davis stepping up. As an offensive player, you got to like this group you work with because they'll find you. And a good job to keep it over the timeline by Follows, but it goes right back to the Timbermen. And now they'll work it over the timeline with Lions. Lions will elude one defender, pick up another, and swing it around. McAlpine. Gonna need something from Jack McAlpine today for sure. Will these Timbermen, he'll swing it around. Curtis, kick it, hand. Back to Curtis. Quick shot, good save there by Brown. Brown picks it up, quick outlet pass, will send away Gay. Gotta hurry, and he does. White on him. Salinas swinging around. Him and Dance will play a little catch. He'll get it back. Kick it over to Buck. Buck dodges one, backhand. Davis again! So Davis, perfect execution, second time on the screen and roll. First time he rolled, he was wide open. Second time he rolled, he was still wide open.
The reason this goal worked is because they're paying so much attention to Jordan Dance behind the net that there's Jordan, and see, the defender is looking right at Jordan Dance. He's behind the goal line. There's no help for that off that pick and roll. And, I mean, yeah, you got to give Jordan Dance his dues and you got to pay attention to him, but so far.
Well, Blair, we know, you take it back to the fundamentals. Who's the most dangerous player out there? It's the guy with the ball.
Yep.
So that's where your number one priority should be. Now, mind you, Dance has already lit the lamp a couple times with two beauties, but Follows, working one-on-one, can't shake a defender. Dance, good spin. Dance, quick shot, steered aside Woods. Rebound, picked up by Dance. And Toronto dominating the loose balls right now. As they'll swing it around, and it's Dance again. Gets a screen, bounces off two, rolls off another. Dance, close range, and Follows took a hard hit. Dance, quick stick. And the officials are going to confer, and yes, it is. That was a beautiful feed from Follows, and Dance picks up his third of the game. So we're busy praising Peterborough, but I tell you, they're taking a nap.
Actually, they actually did a great job. I mean, there's not much you could say about this. I mean, Dance, guy was right on Dance, but he got an absolute great quick stick away. The pass was right in the right spot.
I think that's what these Monarchs do so well when they pass. The passes are right where their teammates can get it and do something. Don't have to go fishing for it. And off the draw, it's Heidecker. Kick it out, Thompson, swing it around, wide open Ethier, good save by Woods. Ethier again, robbed again by Woods. Woods chopping down a tree or two, will pick that one up and look for an outlet. So take note of that, as they're gonna have to hurry and get over the timeline, and they just barely do. And we'll see if those saves actually come into play. A bad pass there from Bradshaw.
That's just a situation to try to move it too quick and get things going too quick.
Sometimes you have to just take a breath, slow her down just a bit, as Buck now creeps into the offensive end, swings it around. Corbett, kick back out, Taylor. Davis, back-to-back goals for Davis. Taylor now working one-on-one, gonna need some help with Taylor. Tell you that, he's more than a handful. Loose ball, dying second shot clock, that's right on. Good save by Woods. And Timbermen now will look to counter the other way, as we're just over the 11-minute mark here, quarter number 2. Quarterfinal number 1 will go tonight, 3 more tomorrow at Brampton Memorial Arena. Boy, oh boy, things about to heat up. Trying to split that D. Kick it back out. Curtis looking for a screen, dumps it off. Arsenault, quick shot. Easy save. Brown gets the rebound. And a good outlet again to Gay. Gay has got Williams coming out the back door. Gay takes the shot. That's wide of the mark. That'll go the other way. Good job by Martino. He'll flip it, and it's follows now. 15 on the shot clock. Rest of the offense will filter out. That pass, Salinas tracks down to Karam, swings it around. Williams, 5 in the shot clock, follows it tight. Save made by Woods. Woods looking for some help. Good outlet pass, back door to Curtis on the money. Curtis, a man to beat, gets a screen, quick shot, steered aside. Bailey Brown stays in play. And Toronto now, as we're under 10 minutes to go. Stoller will put on the brakes. He'll flip. And they'll send it over to Buck. Buck
There they are
Davis.
again. They always got that guy behind the net.
You're right. That's usually where their offense starts. And you get that defense to turn, Blair, and they're at your mercy. When you got guys like Danson follows as quick as they are. You need to do is take your eye off for a quick second. Gonna need something from Curtis and Hanrahan if these Timbermen are gonna make a go of this. Hanrahan lets it go. Bailey Brown, good save there on a accurate shot. And now Stoller will move it up to Sands. Campbell Parker. Parker goes to airborne. Good save there by Woods. Woods is going to counter the other way, looking for Lyons. Lyons has it. Lyons, what a save, Bailey Brown. Oh, the double B's standing tall right there. And back the other way now come the Monarchs, and it's Krepensek. End-to-end defensively, Peterborough not too bad. They just can't seem to generate a whole lot on offense, Blair.
Yeah, it's exactly right. I mean, defensively, they're doing what they can. I mean, Toronto is that strong, but you're right. On the other end of the floor, they're not getting any penetration. Everything's from the outside.
John Crow will settle it down, working in the offensive end. He'll give it up. 15 on the shot clock. McAlpine try to use his speed, kick it back out, and there you go, Mr. Riley Curtis. As he shows up at the 8:10 mark here in this second quarter. And a good job there.
This is what you call a shot from downtown, because he stepped and put everything into this shot. You watch how far he winds up. He had a good full step and a half into that shot.
68 points during the regular season, 33 of those goals by Riley Curtis, and you can see why. As Timbermen now trying to mount a bit of an attack here and scoop some of that momentum. In tight, Bragg, what a save, what a goal! So Justin Bragg on the doorstep on a beauty feed from Riley Curtis. And back-to-back goals for the Timbermen.
What an absolutely great little over-the-shoulder dunk pass right in the middle. You couldn't ask for a nicer. He suckers the defense right in here and just dips it over to the guy that set the pick for him.
Good interior passing there. Some good heads-up play. So the Timbermen can't get possession. Monarchs now, they have it, and they'll set things up on offense. Williams, the lead trimmed in half now, 8-4. And backhand try, saved by Woods. And important now for the Timbermen to get some solid goaltending, Blair, to try to keep this momentum.
Well, it's got to come from somewhere, and if it's going to come from the goaltender, it starts from there and works out.
Curtis looking for an opening, thought about turning the corner, dumps it. Hanrahan has some room. Hanrahan, that one just steered off the post. Second time he's taken a hard hit after letting it go as the D on him tight. Curtis, good shot there. Bailey Brown. Curtis picks up the rebound. Reverses his way out of it. They swing it around Hanrahan right side. Hanrahan dumps it in and already not looking for it. Curtis bails him out. Hanrahan sneaking back door. Hanrahan going back door. Saved though by Brown. Stoller's gonna pick it up and he's gonna try to leg it over the timeline, and he does. And he'll hold up, send it down to Corbett. Corbett will wait. Davis shoot it over and get it back to Dance on a good save by Woods. Fresh clock, we're under 6.5. Corbett tries to change the angle. That's wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline. Violation, takes a weird skip off the boards, and with 6:20 to play, looks like that's going to take us to our officials' timeout. We'll take a quick break here. You're watching Arena Lacrosse League postseason. Back to it here as the Timbermen trying to claw their way back into this game, trailing by 4. Riley Curtis trying to turn the corner, gets a late screen, curls back out, looking for Hanrahan on the backdoor cut, nothing doing there. McAlpine, 15 on the shot clock. McAlpine gets wrapped up, and he's going to draw a penalty. So a good job there by McAlpine. And Curtis is going to let it go. Bailey Brown, a good save loose, and finally, Monarchs get possession. Of course, just want to give our viewers an update, of course, the Arena Lacrosse League West Final underway in Langley, BC. At halftime, it's 15-6, the Sea Spray leading Shooting Eagles, two top teams. One head-to-head. In the championship out there. In the meantime, between time, another power play, second opportunity for the Timbermen. Hanrahan at the top, McAlpine on this right side with White, and that loose ball, Curtis can't come away with it. Monarchs do, And it's under 5.5 to go. They'll look to burn some clock with Eth here.
It's unfortunate they had that back door on the quick stick right there, and it just missed his stick. So that was the pull within 3 would have been great for them right now.
Bach looking for the quick stick finish from Williams, who again snuck in back door. But Ethan Woods, aware of that scenario, closed that off, and 1:10 left in the power play here for the Timbermen. Be big here, Blair, if Peterborough can notch one.
It's very important for them right now to notch one, especially to bring it to within 3 goals.
Talk about the pressure. Pressure's not on Peterborough, it's on Toronto. Curtis had it pop out of his pocket, 5 on the shot clock. Sends it over McAlpine, couldn't do much with it. That's going to be a violation. 45 seconds left in the penalty. And we are at the 4.5-minute mark. It's Krepensek. Good hesitation. He's got Parker Sands on him. He'll kick it back out to Dance. 30 seconds left. 10 on the shot clock. Dance looking for a screen. He's got explosive speed. Takes a quick shot. Good save by Woods. Dance is going to track down the rebound. Gets taken down, not once but twice. And possession to the Timbermen now. They'll move it up with 10 seconds to go in the power play. McAlpine. See if they try to take advantage. McAlpine thought about it. Krepensek closed that off. Hand in hand. McAlpine tried to go 5-hole. Bailey Brown closed it. The outlet pass just a bit too far for Campbell Parker.
And McAlpine had not wide open on the crease on the other side.
Back the other way is Heidecker as he puts on the brakes here. Monarchs, you got to figure they're going to be looking to attack here, trying to increase this lead. As Timbermen have scored back-to-back goals. Williams, quick shot, finds the mark. So on cue, Danny Williams steps front and center. Picks up his 2nd of the game. That's just a good, quick overhand, Blair.
Yeah, it's a great overhand shot, but once again, as we've said in the past, it's one that the goaltender would love to have back from 35, 40 feet out. Like, it was a great shot, there's no question, but you can see the defender's just hanging his head like, oh no.
Yeah,
that's the last thing Peterborough needs right now is to be hanging their head.
Woods wanted that as Sands trying to weave his way through. Parker Sands dodges 2, bounces off 1, good save, Bailey Brown. So a good effort by Sands, but wasn't able to beat Bailey Brown. Aaron Walker swinging around. Corbett now, as they'll wait for their 5th to get out, and that's Davis. Salinas kick it back out. Salinas playing much more offense this year. Usually used primarily for D. 2 on the shot clock. Delayed penalty coming. Corbett has that blocked. So the Monarchs will go to their 3rd power play of this game. And it looks like Doherty is going to make that walk of shame to the sin bin and allow these Monarchs another chance here. Add to their 9-4 lead.
The last thing you want to do is give the Monarchs another chance on a power play. They are too strong.
They are, and you can see the usual suspects out there with Buck and Follows left side. Dance goes to the underhand, stopped by Woods. Woods looking for a quick outlet, zips it up, puts some air under it. Bragg, and if that hadn't been the NFL, would have thrown the flag for pass interference. But either way, good defense nonetheless. Back the other way is Dance. We talked about that little subtle change by the Monarchs, moving Dance to the top, and Joel Taylor, sorry. And there's the finish. That's kind of why you move Dance to one of the shooter spots, Blair, because no one does it better than he does.
But Dance is standing there calling for the ball, calling for the ball, calling for the ball. His stick's up. Right there, he's down there before it even goes to the far side. And, like, you got to, if you're that backdoor crease guy, you've got to step out. You're not doing anything standing 15 feet away from Dance, and he's the closest guy to you.
Well, yeah, but you're a man short. So
Doesn't
you can't,
matter.
You're playing the box. There's Curtis with a chance. Riley Curtis, that was a beauty right there. My, oh my. Went just a bit airborne and came and tucked it 5-hole. But good answer by Riley Curtis, his second of the game. And a quick answer at that is, see the turnover in the neutral zone.
I think this is one of those where Brown thought he was going high, and he just stepped in and dumped his stick down low, give him a little dink between the legs. Boom.
Nothing wrong with a little creativity for sure, and a big goal for the Timbermen as they win the draw and gain possession now. We're under a minute and a half to go here first half. White looking for Curtis, good hands. Looking for the flip. Kick it back out. Broke will swing it back. Sorry, Curtis will swing it back to Curtis. Kick it over. Bradshaw, nowhere to go, and that's good defense by the Monarchs as they close them off. Final minute now. Patrick Corbett racing to the net. Backdoor Williams. Dan Williams in tight. Big save there, Ethan Woods. Rebound. Moved up, then it's Doherty. They got numbers. 3-on-2 if he hurries. 45 seconds left here first half. McAlpine. They'll work it. It's Hanrahan. Dumping, looking inside, and good job to even come away with it. McAlpine, but couldn't do anything with it. And now Buck.
He did a great job absolutely catching that ball. Never mind anything else.
Salinas. There's a 3-second differential between the shot and game clock, and the Monarchs called timeout with 21.7 seconds left here in the second quarter. And you know, I'm going to ask you, Blair, because you might be able to guess right just based on your couple of years cross experience.
Really?
What's Coach Bobby DeBrone telling his players if you're on the Monarch side? What are you looking to do here?
21.7 seconds to go, and I think there's probably maybe 16, 15 seconds left in the shot clock. I'm not 100% sure, but there's definitely a differential. At this point in time, basically sit down and look at get that last shot off with maybe 2-3 seconds to go. If you don't have a clear opening, don't take it.
And if you're Peterborough, it's got to be pretty big if you can dodge this bullet here.
Well, I mean, fortunately for Peterborough, Toronto's elected to go 5-on-5 without pulling the goaltender. So that's a good thing in Peterborough's favor. But if you look right now on the floor, Peterborough is so spread out and playing so much attention man-to-man. You've got to be able to slide to help somebody. And right now there's a couple of guys on the floor that just don't have that capability.
Corbett with the ball, handling it. He'll send it over, follows. They'll skip it to Buck. 2 on the shot clock. Buck on the run, doesn't get it off. Violation. Peterborough now with a chance to capitalize. Last shot, and Bailey Brown had to make the save. 30 minutes in the books here at the track. 10-5 favor of the Monarchs. We'll be back with the second half after a short break. Great job here by Hannah Brandt, and the secret was the way his movement without the ball. As you saw him just creep towards that crease area, and Longboat was set up for something hard short side. Instead, he got something soft, tricky. You can just see that's what Chayton King does, is he can let it rip from anywhere, accuracy, pinpoint. That's his first of this game, 27th goal of the season.
So Vanderzalm just does a good job filling the lane. Unselfishly gives it up. This bounce pass just a little slow, but give Whiteford some credit as Vanderzalm never gave up on the play and picked that far corner. Missed the last game back, as you can see Kyle Pedwell doing a good job of getting that ball over to Whiteford in plenty of time, and he beats Longboat in the short side. Outstanding team offense there. That's the way you share the ball. As Keto does a great job to track that down. Good pass there on the spin, and Justin Porga just finding Mason Hill wide open. Just getting it out in the zone. So now numbers for the Snipers. McGregor Allen, Vern Hill, 2-on-1. Dump over. Vern Hill under, off the post. Rebound, saved by Abrams. So Vern Hill, post crossbar. You got to figure one of them's got to go in sometime. He's hit every other part of the net. Third power play opportunity, and you just take a look here. From our vantage point, you can just see he sees that far corner and puts that just by the hip of Jackson Longboat and in the back of the net, who picks up his second of the game. And this is just good fundamental lacrosse, gapping that box. Good skip pass from Miracle. And Tito just above that dotted half circle finds the mark on Goa Abrams. And they are off to a 3-0 start.
And the biggest situation in this is the two Brampton players both went at the ball player instead of picking up the ball, which was sitting right at their feet. And the funny part of that is they didn't even have the 6 men. They were still, that was a 5-on-5 goal. The 6 man was just about 10 feet from the bench. But this is a situation where a pick and a slide, and nobody goes with the beam when he slid down past the pick.
Parker Pfeiffer, been deadly and still is. Oh, the Fife Dog, first of the game, 33rd of the season.
In the bottom line in this situation, Brampton gets caught with everybody up the floor and no help sliding down. But having said that, that first step that Boyd made was absolutely perfect. I think that was just one of those goals where it's one of these situations where I'm PO'd and I'm taking this shot and I don't care who gets in the way. And he just picked the top corner over Brown's left shoulder. That was a perfect top corner shot.
Taylor will swing it around. Buck. Skip, quick stick, and almost pocketed the rebound was Jordan Dance. So it'll be Jaminski against Haynes. Jaminski finds the back of the net.
Well, that's a different way to tie up a game.
Definitely not your traditional way, but I think unlike hockey, clearly in lacrosse, the breakaway favors the offensive player, not the goaltender. Goddard with his 17th goal of the season, and just a good job of gapping that box right in the middle. That's a good hard overhand go. They work Jackson Longboat to the left and now to the right. And that's part of what they were missing on Friday, was the transition game was non-existent. Good job there doubling up the ball, forced the turnover. And then just a good bounce shot from Fair. Bulge in the twine for the first time here in this game. 21st goal of the season, and just a good job by Whitby to share the ball, find the open man. They'll go to work with a fresh 30. Osborne gets a step. Osborne dancing along that crease, and a little melee here going on and in the middle we've seen before. So Brett Longboat out there along with Miracle. They're on that left side. Mason Hill at the top. Todd Thomas, Chayton King on the Chayton King not in a familiar right shooter spot. He was down on that right crease, and Porga now gonna hurry. A minute left in the man advantage. Chayton King from point blank. Stopped though by Martin, and that's gonna be a crease ball. Penalty shot called on the play, and looks like it's gonna be Joe Miracle. So with 56 seconds left in the penalty, Snipers will have another power play, and that will take us to our second official's timeout as you see that save by Martin. Then using that hesitation move to blow by him and reach out and tuck it in that far corner on the dive. That's his first of the game, his 8th of the season, and Paris out to a 2-0 lead. This is just a big man getting the feet set and finding that far corner, and you can bet Austin Patty would want that one back as they get on the board, and it's Nash Kramer. Just a good job on what was a broken play, looking for the give and go with Whiteford and Kyle Dawson. Look at this play here as he reads it right. Stonefish not able to hang on to it, and Dawson just picked it up, and a beauty job on the dunk. Isn't much Kyle Dawson can't do. Picks up his first of the game, 28th goal of the season. Ripka will find behind the net. Good job looking for Dawson. Dawson wrapped up again, still manages to score. You can see there Dawson just working in tight quarters, does a good job moving without the ball. And that was the difference, giving his teammate a good passing angle. So a power play marker for Danton Miller, and boy, much needed. You could see changed the angle and sped up the release point, went to the underhand and found the mark. That's just some good team defense there. As you can see, everything flowing on the left side. Lemaire just creeped out on a good backdoor cut, caught Van der Zoom looking. And a big goal at the right time. Welcome back as we get locked and loaded for the third quarter. The Peterborough Timbermen still in this one, trailing 10-5. Lansman alongside Blair Campbell. And Blair, let me ask you that critical time right here in the beginning of the third quarter could make or break the game. If you're Toronto, what's your game plan here? Open up
Just keep doing what you're doing. Put the pedal to the metal and don't let up. If you're Peterborough, you've got to stop Toronto from getting on a run. You've got to bang maybe 1, 2 of the next goals. And as I said to you in the break here, one of the things that I found, if you want to be successful against a team like Toronto, when you turn the ball over in their end, you have to at least have one guy, if not two, pressuring that ball to force them to make a mistake getting the ball out of their own end.
Well, I agree. I think you have to put a little more pressure on this Toronto team and make them make the plays. Can't allow them a whole lot of room to roam around and do what they want. They'll just pick you apart. And Riley Curtis right off the draw. Wrong stick side. Goes to the bounce. Good save. Rebound. Almost parked the rebound. And through the crease the call. And Peterborough with a good jump start here to this third quarter. And Toronto now will set things up on offense.
Toronto actually won that draw, but Curtis was smart enough. He ran right into the ball coming out of the air.
Great stick check there late by Sands. And now he's going to weave through a couple. Salinas not too happy. He had it checked out of his stick last second. Peterborough now will work it. And it's McNutt. Trying to get a burst of speed going. Flip back to Curtis. Curtis now work it over to Hanrahan. McAlpine, 10 on the shot clock. Curtis has some room. He's going to let that go wide of the mark. Rebound. Curtis has it. That shot wide of the mark as well. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Well, at least he's consistent with his shots. They were both in about the same spot.
They sure were. Unfortunately, nowhere near the iron. As Joel Taylor now. Been quiet here in that first half. Taylor turns the corner. Taylor shot on. Good save there by Woods. And he's going to look to outlet to Lyons, and they'll move it up over the timeline. So a good start here in this third quarter for the Timbermen. As now Hanrahan will zip it across. In traffic, trying to get a shot off. A good job there to get that shot off was Smith, but couldn't do a whole lot with it. And the Monarchs now counter the other way. Buck. And you can see, we spoke about how do you guard that guy behind the net. You see Keegan White on Jordan Dance now, man-to-man tight. And I expect him to follow Dance all wherever he goes. That shot from Buck wide of the mark, no reset, and Corbett runs out of time.
One of the other things, if we ever look at that again or you watch that, he's got his stick on his body. So he knows if he loses that weight or the pressure, then he steps back. If the pressure comes into him, he steps in and pushes him away.
An old school trick there when the players used to play offense and defense. Taylor comes out late, 15 on the shot clock. Corbett turns the corner. Corbett in close, buries it. So Patrick Corbett had been quiet up to this point. He's on the score sheet in the goal column.
That goal hurts Peterborough. And the reason, look at how spread out their defense is right here. Everybody's on one side of the floor. Nobody's paying attention to it. And Corbett just beats his man and slides right down Broadway.
What happened to C-ball, C-man, right? And you can see on that left side, defenders turn their back. And when you turn your back, there's no weak side help.
That's one of the reasons I say to people, you put your stick against the guy's body, put some pressure on it, so you can still watch what's going on behind you.
Agree. Just a good piece of old school defense there. Williams looking for the give and go, but instead that's intercepted. And Lyons now, big long strides over the timeline, has Williams to beat, elects not to, and gives away to Curtis. Riley Curtis gets a screen, he'll pull back out, Williams on him, floated over to Hanrahan. Hanrahan with 10 on the shot clock, looking to duck in. Ethier with a good stick check, but I think that's going to be a slashing call. Hanrahan has some room, ducks in, takes that off the post. So a good try by Hanrahan. Beat a couple defenders, but hit the inside of the post. And the Timbermen will go to work with just their third power play opportunity of the game.
2-minute holding call against the Monarchs. Big play right now. They have to score on this power play.
Hanrahan, slippery when wet. I tell you, he's a tricky character. out there with McAlpine. Riley Curtis and swinging around. Everyone will get a touch, hand or hand. McAlpine. Good skip pass, has a chance here, diving. Good save, Bailey Brown. So a good try by Aaron Bradshaw. As Bradshaw, that opening on that diamond, backdoor. Curtis, kick out, quick stick. Bailey Brown standing tall.
Peterborough is spending about a second and a half too long when they make that first pass instead of making it a quick one back to somebody else.
And that's the difference between the Peterborough power play and the Toronto power play, is that crispness of passes. As Salinas now deep in the corner, kick it out, Taylor. 5 on the shot clock. Don't have a penalty clock running at the moment. Taylor picks it up, and that's a fresh 30 to burn now, as the penalty is going to be over shortly, as Taylor now in no hurry. Splits 2. And he'll draw a double team with 10 on the shot clock, try to fish his way out of there, but can't do it. And Justin Bragg now with possession for the Timbermen. And now it's Curtis. 20 seconds left in the Monarchs penalty, so a chance here for Peterborough if they can capitalize. Wide open again, McAlpine sneaks it through. So changing the angle was Jack McAlpine. He picks up his first of the game, first power play goal for the Timbermen, and a good job facilitating by Cole Hanrahan.
And what Hanrahan does right here is when he gets the ball back, he makes the fake like the shot and then dumps it over. He doesn't take that, makes the fake, stands up, goes another fake and throws it behind him. He moves the ball, which doesn't let the defense get settled.
Riley Curtis going over the top of Corbett. Backhand pass on the money, big save, Bailey Brown. Corbett the other way. And Corbett fakes the flip, puts on the Jets. Runs into Arsenault, who closes it off. He'll kick it back out to Follows. Seems like we haven't seen this full offense out yet here in this third quarter, as Dance turns the corner. Dance walks in. Dance, what a big save by Woods. Follows, scoops it up. Woods chops him down. Still fishing for it. And Monarchs Williams comes away with it. Bounces off one. And another, and a sister and a brother trapped in there. That ball's still loose. We can see it here. Timbermen come away with it, and Arsenault now trying to pocket it cleanly. We're under 9 minutes to go here in the third. Oh, Peterborough here with a chance to try and chip away at this lead. Curtis runs into a double team, gives way to the other Curtis, and McAlpine will swing it around. Looking for the flip, 5 on the shot clock, gonna have to hurry, weaving his way through. Good save, Bailey Brown. So a good job there to create his own opportunity was Brandon Smith, but in the meantime, between time, Peterborough with a little bit of a spark here, as Hanrahan's gonna have to hurry, and he does.
That was a smart play on the Monarchs' part because the 8 seconds was coming up real quick.
Curtis swinging around. McAlpine gets a screen, looking for the flip. Beauty flip, better defense though, and point blank. Connor Curtis not able to beat Bailey Brown. Good job to pick up that loose ball. Fresh 30 here for the Timbermen. Riley Curtis looking for a step. Got a half step, kick over, Hanrahan backdoor. Can't convert, Bradshaw bails him out. 15 on the shot clock. That pass looking for Riley Curtis. Karam, though, goes right to Krepensek. And he'll move it over the timeline. No numbers, though. He'll give it up to Aaron Walker, and Joel Taylor now will take control. Taylor one-on-one, swims his way over Bragg. What a big save, Woods. Boy, Taylor, he's got a height advantage. You're going to have to switch up that matchup there. Buck Changes the angle. Quick shot rebound. Williams again. Plays the carom. Another big save by Woods. Ball loose on the carpet. Woods has it. And a good outlet pass to Doherty. Doherty has Bragg with him. Wrong stick side. Doherty's shot. Bailey Brown steered that aside. Ball loose now. Bragg's going to track it down, and
Through
they
the crease.
call him through for the crease violation.
Yep.
And Thompson now. 6:40 to go here. Buck swinging around, and it's Follows. Follows, never stays still at all. Gets that pass, plays the carom, can't get it, and here come the Timbermen. 2-on-3, so King will think better of it. He's got Follows hounding him, gives it off, and it's Smith. Smith gets a full head going, gets taken down, gets back up, still has it. Good job by McNutt to bail him out. 10 on the shot clock. Riley Curtis will swing it around. Got to move. 5 on the shot clock. Got to do something here. Good defense by the Monarchs. Bradshaw can't get one off, and he'll have to drop it and leave it as we're under 6 minutes to go here. 11-6 game. Quarterfinal number 1 as the Arena Lacrosse League 2023 postseason underway. Salinas. Davis will swing it around, and the Buck stops right here. Tanner Buck gets a screen, too much on that screen, and it'll go up the other way. And that's going to take us to our officials' timeout and allow us to take a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching the Arena Lacrosse League playoffs. Welcome back. Okay, that's it. That's it for you. Okay, that is it for you. We have to do the bleep and the bleeping. Okay, because it's my fault. I encourage you.
I don't know. Gary's laughing.
Gary always laughs at your old jokes. Connor Curtis skips it over. Smith. They'll work it to McAlpine. Looking to duck in. He'll peel back out. 15 on the shot clock. Curtis from way out. Bailey Brown made that one look easy as well. And he'll pick it up, look for an outlet. Gonna have to hurry here as seconds are ticking, and Taylor just made it. Boy, oh boy.
Did he
Luckily
ever.
it was the manual count, not the shot clock. Taylor spins off one. Bragg, good help, but that left Corbett wide open, and Corbett put it off the shin of Woods, and now it's Lions. How to figure we're under 5 minutes to go here, and these Timbermen still in this game, Blair.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the fact they haven't folded a tent. They haven't backed down. They're not far off from being able to. They're just not being able to get that last cut through the middle.
And going to be a delayed penalty as Aaron Bradshaw thought he may have been able to draw a penalty or two on the earlier possession, but instead he comes away
I think
with it.
Etching just got himself one to go along with
I
it.
think he may have just nullified that power play. And Ethier is one shoe lighter. And he certainly did. So the initial penalty was going to Bradshaw. Ethier with the retaliation. So a slash and a rough, and They'll both sit for 2, and with 4:22 to go. And you could see, Ethier just wasn't too happy with the whole situation, and you could see right there.
Yeah,
Although
but
I don't understand, Blair, why you would go to the penalty box without your shoe.
I don't think the refs gave him a choice. I think it was just get going, period.
Can't play without a shoe. So 5-on-5 with 4:22 to go. And Connor Curtis is going to jump start. Hanrahan swings it over to Curtis. 5 on no look. Hanrahan got horse collared, but no call there. And the other way comes Funky Walker, Aaron Walker, Dirty Talker. Veteran mainstay on this Monarchs team, does all those little things and brings the quiet leadership to the locker room. Salinas, 10 on the shot clock. Kicks it back, they'll swing it around, and it's Follows. Follows, tough angle. Gotta shoot it. Quick shot, scores! And those are the ones, Blair, that will snap your back.
Yep, those are the ones that absolutely break your back. And all this was he just dropped his stick down, took that low three-quarter sidearm underhand and bounced it about 2 feet in the crease. And the goalie is he's going down and he cannot get back up.
Bounce shot's an awfully tough shot to defend. And I'm sure, though, Woods would want that one back after his defense worked so hard. Brett Stoller, head of steam. Stoller, he's going to curl around the net, looks, kicks it back. Patrick Thompson now will think better of it. After his team played good, solid defense, got the shot clock down to just 1 second, Follows with the money shot. And now it's Taylor. Dodges by 1, and that one, good save made by Woods. Ball loose, Arsenault had it momentarily. Picked up though, and it's Follows. He's gonna dart back out. We're under 3 minutes to go here, third quarter. Thompson will stay out there for this offensive set, work it to Taylor. Taylor, been awfully quiet as Joel Taylor. Taylor splits 2, gets wrapped up and taken down, creased the call. And he has not been the recipient of any calls here in this game. As Woods, great outlet, and he finds Riley Curtis. Curtis, McNutt fakes that. McNutt tried to go 5-hole Bailey Brown with another good save. Smith battling for it with Krepensek. He wins that battle. And swing it back around and work it to Curtis on the left side. Riley Curtis gets a good screen. Skip pass. Surprising second shift I've seen with Riley Curtis out there, but not with Hanrahan on the right side. Hanrahan out earlier, didn't have Riley Curtis. Curtis had his stick check late. That shot goes over the net, and Bailey Brown will pick it up, and he'll move it up. Walker, gotta hurry, and he does. Gets it to Corbett. Minute 45, Corbett reversed his pivot, and now it's Williams. Williams gets a screen, darts back out. Late penalty coming, this one to the Timbermen. 5 on the shot clock. Williams, under a minute and a half, loses it, and the Timbermen, legal cross-check call, will give the Monarchs 4th power play opportunity of this game. 1 for 3. Toronto. And with a minute 22 left, gotta figure they'd be looking to add to their tally rate here, Blair.
Well, 100%, they want to break this game open. They don't want to give Peterborough any opportunity.
Swinging around, usual suspects out there. Taylor, though, at the top now. Corbett steps in, stop. Good job by Woods to smother that rebound. And his outlet pass on the run. Almost in the pocket. Corbett took down Sands. So some great pass coverage there. And we're into the final minute now. It's Dance. Dance going to work with Buck. Taylor looking down low, quick stick finish, nothing doing. And a good job by Lyons now. He'll move it up to Bragg. Bragg one-on-one with Corbett. Cutting is Riley Curtis. Curtis picks the corner. Oh, Riley, baby. With 39.8 seconds left.
And his third goal of the game is a big one. Credit Peterborough for getting guys to the bench. They got the fast break set up. Great job by the goaltender moving the ball. Great pass by Bragg. I mean, he had half a step. Curtis just took him and played like he was going to the left side, across his body to the right.
Well, Riley Curtis put on the Jets. He saw Joel Taylor was the one on him. And that was a perfect pass in the pocket. Now, with 1:10 left in the power play, so a shorthanded marker surrendered by the Monarchs. And they go to work final 20 seconds of this quarter. Taylor back out there. Buck down low. Tic-tac, and what a save by Woods. Follows, gets manhandled, and possession to Toronto, 14 seconds. Buck, Taylor. Hands. Inside, Taylor made that one look easy. So Joel Taylor finally got the opening he was looking for. And he found the short side.
You can't give a guy that's 6 foot whatever all that time to stand right in the middle of the box, and that's exactly what he's doing. Nobody went to him. Nobody.
So they give up one, but they get one with the man advantage. 3.3 seconds left. And that will tick down. 3 quarters are in the books. 13-7 Monarch. We'll be back with the fourth after this. Set to go here, and Blair, what have you seen? What are your observations? 3 quarters in the books, 13-7 game. Peterborough still alive.
Well, I think Dance Man's taken over for Pfeiffer right now. He's picked himself up 4 goals and 6 assists, and he's kind of keeping them going in this game. He's playing really well, Jordan.
And of course, alluding to Parker Pfeiffer, who not in the lineup for the Monarchs. They're leading point getter. And back to work on offense, Toronto, 10 on the shot clock. Davis wide open, point blank, that's wide. And White had it, No reset. Dance is going to get a shot off. It's on target. Loose ball, and Lions will pick it up for the Timbermen. So the start here, Blair, critical for the Timbermen if they want to get back in this game and make up this 6-goal deficit.
They've got to come out and bang a couple quick and keep Toronto off the scoreboard.
McAlpine turns the corner. McAlpine shot steered aside nicely by Brown. Rebound loose, and a good stick check there, but a good job to elude a couple defenders in Campbell Parker. And now Thompson will hold up, wait a minute, give way to Buck. Taylor and Buck, two-man game. Isolation on the left side, 10 on the shot clock. Wide open, Taylor left it. Williams coming in the back door, flip back out. King didn't see it, Buck did, and a fresh clock now for Toronto. Almost intercepted by Woods, does a good job to knock it down, and then the Timbermen graciously give it back, and it's Corbett. Those, Blair, just those little things, turnovers like that, not catching the ball cleanly. Those are
That's why coaches
difference.
go bald.
Yeah. Buck, quick shot, that's wide of the mark. Rebound, Taylor, off the post. And now it's Mitch Zulian. Haven't called Mitch Zulian's name at all here in this game. And he, of course, a transition demon for the Monarchs. And Woods intercepts another pass as that whole strategy behind the net. The Timbermen have done a good job in this second half in putting a wrench in that plan.
Great job on the goaltender to have his eyes open for that pass goal behind the net.
Hanrahan, 10 on the shot clock, looking for the roll. Gonna have to work one-on-one. Zulian on him. Hanrahan swings it across. That shot on the mark. Bailey Brown, Karama almost went off Zulian and in. But Bailey Brown has been on his game today. Gay. Follows. Monarchs have gotten a contribution from everyone here in this game. Corbett dumps off Salinas. That's picked off now, and it's Bragg. Bragg. It's got numbers. 3-on-2. Good job, Salinas. Get back. Curtis coming airborne, and he went through the crease, so had his chance. Good late stick check. Change that result, and Davis now. 11 and a half to go, fourth quarter. Monarchs in control here, looking for a spot in next week's Final Four. Toronto finished the top seed in the regular season. They were good, 11-3, their record. Doherty, and too many on the floor.
That's a good call. There was two guys down to our left down here, opposite bench side.
Well, listen, I don't give you a whole lot of credit for a whole lot, but your counter is usually on. Okay, so give you that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunate, but they missed the guy. They still had another guy down deep in the defensive zone, and they had two guys on this side of the floor, and got to give the refs the benefit of the doubt where they picked it up.
They got good counters. Fifth power play opportunity for the Monarchs. They are 2 for 4, giving up a shorty. Rebound, Corbett. He'll give his team 30 more seconds to try and park another one here. We're under 11 minutes. Dance. And good stick check late. That one goes into the gondola. And Bragg in the basket. Shorthanded. Bragg cannot beat Bailey Brown. So Bailey Brown making the saves when he needs to, keeping the momentum on the side of the Monarchs. And looks like we're going to have a tender timeout here. Maybe an equipment
Yeah, I
adjustment.
think it is an equipment situation. His mask, I think.
Well, it's odd that he would go to head coach Joe Sullivan about that. Just trying to figure out exactly what. So Marco Selleck looks like over there, but Woods is going to head on back. And
Definitely wanted to say something to Joe, and I don't know what it was, but you're right. He went directly to him and then went and got his mask fixed.
so we'll see what Ethan Woods has relayed, and more importantly, with a minute 17 left in the man advantage for the Monarchs. This is a big hold here. As you see, Curtis and Hanrahan both out in the man short with Doherty and Lyons. So Peterborough trying to potentially convert some defense into some offense here. Dance, closed up. Good job by Hanrahan and Curtis as the ball's loose. Curtis picks it up. He'll move it up to Hanrahan. Hanrahan, he'll put on the brakes, wait for some assistance as he's got 45 seconds to burn. They'll just keep it out there for another 15 seconds at least. Connor Curtis. Hanrahan pops up, gets that pass, swinging around, trying to duck in. A weak backhand, actually caught the post, and Curtis tracks it down. So a good job by the Timbermen as they've got 15 more seconds to kill here. We're under 9.5 minutes, fourth quarter. Looking for Riley Curtis, and Bailey Brown now will send away follows. So some interesting use of the offensive players on defense with Tanner Buck and Henry Follows playing in that box in a man short situation. And Follows behind the net. Taylor, 10 on the shot clock. Taylor with the shovel. I don't know if that's a walk in the park or if he was just taking a casual stroll, but the Timbermen may have had a bit of a lapse there as he made that look easy.
I think that's exactly what happened. They had a mental lapse. And the guy went the wrong side of the net. And I mean, what can you say? He just came out and just laid it into the top corner. I don't even think the goaltender was even expecting that.
Taylor has quietly got the job done, as has a few of the Monarchs. I was going to say that when you looked at Jordan Dance, quiet since the first half, but you look at his numbers, 4 goals, 6 assists, I mean, that's 10 points. So he's certainly not quiet. Davis down low, and Williams point blank. Missed everything. Dance bails him out, gonna have to let it go as he flips that one down just before the whistle goes. And Timbermen now, as we inch toward the 8-minute mark. McAlpine swinging around. Smith, quick shot right off that Monarchs logo. And we can say what we want, but I'll tell you, Bailey Brown's been good in this game, Blair. Whenever the momentum has seemed to swing one way or the other, he stood tall for these Monarchs.
You're right. Whenever it seems like Peterborough gets a little bit of momentum, he's shutting the door.
Peterborough will leave Riley Curtis down in the offensive end. Joe Taylor now working on Doherty. 1-on-1, 10 on the shot clock. Good hesitation, Taylor. He'll weave back out. Kick it out, and Dance takes a hard hit inside that dotted half circle. Shot clock violation, and with 7:26 to go, that will take us to our final officials timeout, and we are going to stay here and give you an update on our schedule, playoff, the Arena Lacrosse League, as we look to tomorrow's action. Brampton Memorial Arena, 1 p.m. It will be the Six Nations Snipers against the Oshawa Outlaws at 4:30. It'll be the Paris River Wolves and the Whitby Steelhawks. 8 p.m. the nightcap has the Oswegan Bears playing the Brampton Express. Then, of course, Final Four on the weekend, Easter weekend, and some times to be announced as we're looking to be a little flexible. The venue, though, right here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Don't miss it. As you see Joe Sullivan giving his team a little bit of inspiration with 7:26 to go.
I still think with Toronto, they have not played that bad. They just have not gotten penetration in the middle, getting in. Anytime they have, they've pretty much scored a goal anytime they've gotten that penetration through the middle.
Well, do you think that that's the difference having Parker Pfeiffer or no?
No, I just think right now that Toronto is playing really well defensively. I mean, they did the other night against Brampton as well. They shut them down from the outside.
Around, hand, 10 on the shot clock, has some room. Trying to duck in, curls out, lets it go, wide of the mark. Rebound, battling for it, goes over the timeline. And Campbell Parker, good hustle. He'll pick it up deep in the offensive end. We're under 7 minutes to go. Dance. That one may have gone off a defender's stick. And that's a violation. And now 3-on-1. Curtis dumps it over to White, and White couldn't handle the pass.
Great little stick move in the middle. It just went off the defender's stick. Just ticked it.
Coming from the coach, catch the ball. Dance now.
Don't catch ball, can't put ball in net.
Davis with the shovel. Salinas will work it down to Williams. Davis has room. Davis with a BB on target. But Woods airs out the outlet. Curtis plays a short hop. Riley Curtis, top corner. Give Ethan Woods another assist. Give Riley Curtis his 4th of the game.
I'm not sure, but I think that might be his 3rd or 4th assist tonight. But I'm surprised Toronto didn't pick up on it again. The bench was yelling, but the last 3 times Curtis has just stayed down the floor.
And Bailey Brown going left, that shot went right. Back to a 6-goal game. We have 6:11 to play. We'll have to check with our master statistician to see exactly point totals if Ethan Woods has 2 assists, so that is verified. And Corbett now. Time now on the side of the Monarchs.
It's taken him that long to figure out the guy was down the other end of the floor.
Follows. Lots of room there with him and Dance. Follows, tricky, sliding back, 5 on the shot clock. Dance goes to the backhand on target, tries to track down his own rebound, and he does. Gets taken down by Doherty, and Doherty is going to draw a crowd, and he's going to exit stage left, I'd imagine. As important, if you're Toronto, to stay focused here. And that's the thing.
Dance couldn't keep it quiet. He just yapping away at the whole bench. There was, you can say what you want. Yes, it was a penalty, 100%, no questions asked. But there was no intent in any way, shape, or form on that play. He was just playing. He thought he'd picked up the ball, or at least I think that's it. Like, he's still got his arms out. I thought he had the ball. But he carried it a little too far. I would guess that's probably going to be 5.
Well,
I'm not 100% sure, but...
Well, Ben Doherty, though, you look at the size difference with him and Jordan Dance, and it wouldn't take much on that cross-check to move Dance into the boards like that. That's a...
Well, I mean, if you look at it in entirety, I mean, between Jordan Dance and anybody else in the league, there's not a whole lot.
Well, good point. No offense, Jordan Dance.
Yeah, no offense, JD.
Facts are facts. Yes, you're right. They're going to get this sorted here, so I would imagine that is the case, as you can see crew chief Kyle Coulter.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I imagine it's either going to be for from behind or boarding, one or the other.
Boarding the call.
You got and as a referee in that situation, you really have no choice. He carried him from 5 feet into the boards.
Well, that and he didn't have the ball, which are,
Yeah.
those are two pretty obvious reasons. But again, good job by the guys in stripes to get the call right as we get the signal from.
I see
Mac
you've got
Abbott?
your practice jersey on, so you can't get hit at practice.
Well, just making sure I don't want to take a headshot unnecessarily, right?
You're red-shirted. You're
You
red-shirted.
got a problem with a little red, like, hey, man, this is Canada, Got a little of that in the flag, Follows on the turn. Good save by Wood. And I'll tell you, Woods has played a good game,
He has.
Blair.
He has. After the first start of the first 4, he's really settled down.
Agree. Back to work. Sands has that knocked down. Bragg will pick it up. So a 5 and a 2, the case. And Peterborough now will play 4-on-4 with 4:44 to go. That wasn't too bad, Blair. McAlpine a little late on the screen and roll. And now Williams.
Not so sure that was a little later. He just decided he was just going to make sure that he was going down.
That might have been the case. Salinas out there, and he'll skip it over to Davis. Davis looking for a screen from Buck, gets one. Davis fakes the flip, goes to the underhand, that's wide. Williams going to try to play that. Karam does. 5 on the shot clock. Williams from way out on target. Woods now. Woods changes his angle, gets it to Curtis. Curtis lets it go off the post. Oh, that bullet, oh so close. That would have made things real interesting as Lions now on Krepensek finishes his check. Thompson now will slow it down. You got to figure if you're Toronto, time on your side.
Oh, just a wee bit.
Taylor, one-on-one screen on Croak. Taylor bounces back out, swims his way through, lets it go, saved by Wood. Good job to pick up that rebound. Now Croak's going to move it up, and he does to Owen Dale. Dale sizing up that back door. Curtis will trot out of there, but he gives way to Hanrahan. Under 3:25 to go. Cole Hanrahan working on that right side. He'll skip it back.
Tell you what, right now, if I'm Toronto, Jordan Dance ain't seeing the floor. And it's not because of what he did, it's because of the score, and you got a big game next week.
I would agree with you. There might be a couple of guys on that Monarchs side that will be done for the day, as this is going to be an illegal cross-check call. It's going to go to Gay. So Julian Gay will give the Timbermen just their 4th power play opportunity of the game.
But I think on the other side of that coin, I think I know Jordan well enough that, I'm going on the floor.
Well, he's
He's
gamer.
pretty competitive.
He's a gamer. There's no doubt about that. He'll never throw in that towel.
The 4-on-4 right now. with that-
Hanrahan with some room here. Looks for a screen from McAlpine. Ducks by a defender. Cocks it and buries it. Andy Hanrahan one more time. You can see Hanrahan came over late trade from Oshawa, and
But
he's
what-
been a welcome addition
But
to Peterborough.
what can you say in this situation? I mean, just flat out 3 pick set, 1, 2, here's the third one, and then 30 feet out and just rips it to the short side.
Kid's always been able to score, I tell you that, whether it be lacrosse or hockey. It's what he does, off the draw, brag. 2:45 to go here. Minute 40 in the major. Sorry, 2 and 2, so 5 as well. So 2 minutes left in the Peterborough penalty, and that's a good goal. So Aaron Bradshaw seemed to be napping for 3, but he stands up right here with 2:30 to go.
You can't say anything about when you got a lead like this, you can't let a guy beat you low. you got to cut that lane off. And he just did a great job of diving across the crease and put it far side.
They tried to cut him off. They tried. An even 2.5 to go here. Monarchs leading by 4. Timbermen trying to push the gas pedal. Corbett dodges out of 2 defenders, and he'll take it half boards right side. 15 on the shot clock. Corbett, kick out to Buck. Buck. Again, time on the side of the Monarchs. Corbett. He'll duck in. Corbett takes the shot, 5-hole. So they needed something, and Patrick Corbett delivered.
And you got to give Salinas credit here for setting what I would call a fake pick. Once the ball goes across, right there he just slides right down but doesn't move, and he has the screen set right in front of the goalie.
They put Bragg in a couple of precarious positions here in this game where he's had to make a choice. We are at the 2-minute mark. The lead back to 5 on a big goal by Patrick Corbett, after the Timbermen had closed the gap to within 4. Riley Curtis picks it up, and he takes so Curtis, I don't think they're going to call that, which looked like a bit of a slash, and something else has gone on here, and it's going to give possession to the Monarchs. And a whole lot of barking going on over there on the Peterborough side. So head coach Joe Sullivan pretty irate. Two now in the box, including Riley Curtis. So I think the argument was maybe timeout was called on the play, but not granted. And you can see that. So this is the play here.
Oh, he took one right in the stomach.
Well, he did, and that was the thing. The Riley Curtis took that. There was no call on that play.
But what the call is on Curtis is he put his stick on Abbott. If you carry that just a little bit farther, you'll see that his stick came right down across Abbott's chest.
So that's what he.
That's what he's going to the box for, and.
Look at our crack team today, boy. Our cameramen working outstanding.
So
replay guys.
If we carry this right through, okay, here he picks up the ball and he carries on. Oh, that's not a nice place to take it. Now, if you just let this go a little bit, I mean, the guy comes in and gives him one. Sorry, Bell, I didn't. But watch this right here. When Abbott walks away, there, see, he puts his stick right across his arm.
Call. Yeah, and there's the call immediately. Excellent job by our team pulling up that replay, guys. And minute 47 left. You actually made Mr. Campbell, well, I won't say look like a genius, because that's a miracle. Okay.
I are very intelligent.
Sometimes I catch you napping, all right? Sometimes I catch you napping.
Smart like streetcar.
Campbell Parker, the top, 5 on the shot clock. He's not going to worry. Waltzing in. And how about Brett Stoller? Stoller in the score column. So with a minute 18 to go.
I'll tell you what. The referees better get a handle on this, or this is going to get real ugly. I mean, Stoller made a great move with a nice little bounce shot. But realistically, when you're up 5 goals with a minute to go, that's not something you need to do.
No, and I'm not quite sure that this is the best way for the Monarchs to handle things. You've only got a minute 18 to kill here. You really shouldn't be spending any time in the penalty box. So Salinas with the waving.
It's
And so Curtis is out. Salinas is in. So if you're Toronto, Blair, you're looking like you're on your way to a spot in the Final Four. You kind of got to let this stuff go.
It's exactly what you got to do. Like there's no point, because what happens now is you could end up losing somebody. And I don't mean from something, I'm talking about getting into discussions with the referees and carrying things on. That's what's going to get you in trouble.
So 16-10 to score, minute 18 left here in this game. First quarter final. A spot in next week's Final Four on the line. Toronto trying to punch their ticket. Top seed coming into this. Peterborough, of course, the 8th seed. They have fought valiantly here in this game. Just maybe that situation where just outgunned. We're under a minute now. Every time the Timbermen went on a bit of a run, the Monarchs seemed to have an answer. And that's the way you should play it right now, is burn the 30 and roll it down. And the Timbermen will take the carpet for the last time in 2023. Their Arena Lacrosse season will be done. I'm sure Joe Sullivan and company will be looking to revamp. As Stoller, there's no quit in Brett Stoller as he tried to go and park another one in Woods, letting them know. But Stoller's just a gamer. 15 seconds, McAlpine. And he rings it post to post. So McAlpine makes good with a dandy underhand. And it's 16-11.
There's not much you can say about this. I mean, it's almost like both teams are just saying, okay, we're just going to play.
Except maybe Jack
out.
McAlpine could have used that probably in the second.
Yeah, what a great
second.
shot, great underhand shot that was.
Just a great shot there. Final 10.9 seconds left here. Remember, we are in Brampton Memorial Arena, triple header. Quarterfinal action tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. 1 p.m., 4:30, and then 8 p.m. And that's going to do it. Final buzzer on the Peterborough Timbermen for the season. The Toronto Monarchs, top seed. They have punched their ticket to next week's Final Four. And before we wrap it up, Blair, just your final thoughts about what we've seen here today.
I think we saw a Toronto Monarchs team that wasn't at their top, but they were good enough. And I think they did the job they had to do. They shut Peterborough down from being able to go through the middle. And every time Peterborough did, they were able to pick up a goal. But I think that's the difference in the game right there.
So congratulations to the Peterborough Timbermen on a hard-fought season. And congratulations to the Toronto Monarchs as they will move on to the Final Four. Top seed is in. Tomorrow, triple header, quarterfinal, 1 p.m., 4:30, 8 p.m. That's going to do it for us here. On behalf of my partner, Blair Campbell, the Arena Lacrosse League, JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn. Always remember, here in the All, every child matters. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.